cash is king when it's deployed properly. Totoo, volatile ang US stocks, pero mas volatile yung crypto. You ask yourself, which are the companies that I believe strong? And you can look at some of the conglomerates. Let me give an example. Check out Ayala Corp. Mas importante pa rin mag-invest kahit merong chance na malugi pera nyo, kahit may chance na bumaba siya. Hey guys, so in this video, I want to talk about and share what I have been doing over the past few days, considering there's a lot of volatility in the Philippine markets, volatility downward in US markets, and also in the cryptocurrency space. And for this video, I want to address this more for investors, for people who are in it, not just to trade the volatility, but want to position regardless of what their time frame is. And we have over 225,000 subscribers in YouTube, and when I started to get PMs and DMs from all of you, I've realized that majority of you are climbing the ladder in your corporation. Some of you are entrepreneurs. Some of you are going full-fledged and growing your business, and you guys are doing well. In fact, that you're earning more, and then you have extra that you want to put in the stock market, or you're currently putting. So the reason why I'm making this video solely for investors first is I realized that a large chunk of you have been doing well and focusing still on your businesses and your employment, and if you're earning money overseas as an OFW, I believe that you guys are doing well there as well. I've realized also that, okay, you are using the stock market as an asset class for you. That's an extra above and beyond your other sources of incomes. I've realized also I've been doing a lot of stocks by request naman on a daily basis, so that will cater more for the investing portion. So my portfolio is split, and I've said this in so many videos. Meron tayo pang trading, meron tayo pang investing. Then sa investing, there are some stocks that I consider my core, that I really like them, that if there are drops in the market, those core stocks, I would like to pick them up and I would like to position in them. And in the same way, for some stocks that are giving me dividends, I would like to enter them. So given that there's volatility in Philippine stocks, there's volatility in US market, I know you've seen how it has been over the past days, especially for tech stocks, how they have dropped massively. And then sabay pa nun, while all of that was going on, we saw cryptocurrencies also go down. So I want to start everything off first maybe with the US tech stock market. I saw a lot of the stocks that I like, from Tesla to Apple, that have been pushed relatively lower. Those are companies that I have been following. I believe in their tech, I believe on their direction, and I believe also on their brand. When it comes to business, it's all about brand. Brand is everything. The larger the brand, similar to Apple. I think there's a lot of other software companies also / services companies that are almost in the same space as Apple, that also have amazing products, but people buy Apple because of the brand that Apple has. Over the past days, especially yesterday, last night, we saw a lot of downward volatility in them. I just started to position. I do not know if it will go down further. From a tech standpoint, it has broken down. It has failed to break certain resistances also. That's why we're seeing downward pressure. And that's why for trading portfolios, I don't have to pick them up yet while they're falling down. But for investing portfolios, I like it because it gives me an opportunity to buy it at lower levels, lower than where it was before. But the reason why I'm saying this is it can still go down. And that's why it's very important also, if you are investing, is a couple of things. You learn how to tranche, how you specifically enter in. That's one. That hindi mo siya lalagay in one go if you are an investor. Kung may downside pa siya, you don't have to capture the lowest point, but at least you capture portions where it becomes relatively cheaper. That with the intent that when it starts to reverse later on, when it starts to go up later on, you form bits and pieces of that upside, and you get bits and pieces of that upside as well. Second is, habang bumabagsak, of course, you're tranching it. Very important that you have a level of cash. It's very important that a portion of your portfolio should have a significant, not naman significant, but should have a level of cash that will allow you to position and will allow your portfolio still to be balanced, na hindi siya 100% lahat nasa stocks. When I say portfolio, that particular broker kung saan kayo naglalog in. Since all of you are business people, entrepreneurs, or people who have been doing very well in your jobs and meron kayong disposable income, just keep on pushing in money and adding so that size becomes bigger. Yung advantage being entrepreneur entrepreneurs and being someone who has a steady flow of revenue on a monthly basis is hindi kayo maubusan ng bala. People always say that the market can go lower more than your ability to stay solvent. That is if you put everything one time, and that is if wala ka ng pinapasok. But similar to majority of you, you have strong earnings, livelihoods, that you're not irresponsible na nagtatranche kayo ng pagbili. Pero above and beyond that, every time na may extra kayo, ipasok nyo so that may bala kayo lagi. When people say cash is king, but not just that. Cash is king when it's deployed properly. By the way, no, I just gave Tesla and Apple as an example for my own style, but you don't have to copy that. It was quite good already for me from Fiverr to Square. I took profits on some of that for me to be able to position on some of the other stocks that I like. This video is for data and information purposes. Do not copy what I'm doing. Do not buy, sell, hold, or avoid the stock, or do not just buy Apple or Tesla just because I talk about it here. Please, it's your money. It's your responsibility. It's so important that you follow what works for you. You follow what style will work for you. And do not imitate what I'm doing because our biases on how we understand and analyze stocks and our risk tolerances are different. So as it starts to drop also, people are asking, di ka ba kakabahan na bumabagsak siya that you bought it at a higher price? The whole context naman of investing is I just really want to position. That's the whole goal and narrative for it. Ibang usapan yung sa trading, ibang usapan yung sa investing. Ibang usapan that, okay, it's lower, I position at this price because as I position at this price, it gives me a shot to be able to grab a larger piece of the pie once it starts to reverse later on. Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, those are some asset classes that although a lot of people may still put as under speculative or either risky, it's something that I know is calculated, is something that I believe in, is something that at 2021 is so different now compared to where we were in 2018, 2015, 2013, and I still could be wrong, pero it's a decision that I could live with it. It's an allotment that as I start to allocate cash more into those assets, because the difference between, by the way, US stocks and crypto is that totoo, volatile ang US stocks, pero mas volatile yung crypto. The swings that we have been seeing in crypto so fast and so wild that when you compare it to US stocks and much when you compare it to Philippine stocks, sobrang layo ng volatility. I've learned to embrace. It's something that, okay, hits an all-time high, retraces to this particular level, I'll try to pick it up. So, ganun din suggestion ko. If meron kayong mga cryptos also that you want to position into for a longer period of time, that you believe in it, and not just because tingin nyo aakyat siya. Kasi kung tingin nyo aakyat siya, pwede mo pa rin siya i-trade and then benta mo later on. But if you are a person that gusto mo lang talaga mag-position, gusto mo ng holder of value, then I think it could be an opportunity already for you. And I've said this in the video, I think yesterday, position in the ones that have larger market caps so that it's easier for you and relatively safer because there's a lot of attention and transactions and liquidity going on that way. US stocks, I'm buying the ones that I know and I like, that I believe have dropped. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, ganun din. I'm buying the ones that I know, I understand that have dropped with the underlying notion that cash is still coming in and I can use that fresh new cash that I'm allotting to be able to add some more. So the reason why, while all of this is happening and I'm not panicking and I'm not scared is, I've said this over and over, it's your experience also that you know that all of these things move in cycles, that if this is a cycle, I know that drops are always part of it. I know that movements down are always part of it. It's what you do when they are down that will define whether you make more, you lose more, or you barely break even later on. Moving on to Philippine markets, the drops also gave me opportunities to continue to position in large cap stocks that I like, the conglomerates that I like, even in our stocks by request for Philippine stocks, that we've seen certain Philippine stocks, large ones, drop massively, hit levels of support. That's what I've been trying to pick up as well. So the ones that I think after this pandemic will still be here, will still be good, and are grossly undervalued, those are the ones that I really like. So this is not me telling you to buy it, but this is me telling you to look at it also. You ask yourself, which are the companies that I believe strong? And you can look at some of the conglomerates. Let me give an example. Check out Ayala Corp. However, from a trading standpoint, no, if you draw your support and resistance, it's starting to break down. But large conglomerate, this point in time, battered. So it's not at the lowest point in where it was in March, and it still has the potential to go down. That's why it's very important na may bala pa rin kayo. And what's so interesting also over the past days is I've been trying to accumulate more still on dividend stocks. I just love dividend stocks. I know I made a video about that yesterday, but I really do. So the ones that are at least giving me 5% yield, dividend yield at this particular point in time, I've been adding into them, and I've been making videos already naman for you guys kung sino yung mga stocks na at least 5% dividend yield. So as they have been dipping, I have been picking them up. I still have cash that should they go lower, may pang sa loko, then I still also have the ability that if it goes lower once again, I can still add and put in more money. So please do note that you don't have to limit yourself. The biggest mistake of a lot of people is they will always say, oh sige, maglalagay ako ng ganitong pera sa market, eto na yun, eto na yung maximum, hindi na ako magdadagdag. The name of the game is to keep on adding until it builds a significant base for you. There's not much travel, there's not much things to do. Why not invest your money, build your asset class, and build also the skill to begin with. In the midst of this pandemic, there's so much na pwedeng hindi nyo paggastusan, and that could all translate into you putting that money either to savings and investment. It's just that I'm putting more attention to the stock market for Philippine and US stocks and also cryptocurrencies, and that's where it's been flowing for me. But you can do the same. Find something that works for you. It can be real estate, it can be mutual funds, it could be insurances, it could be bonds also. As long as that works for you, then you deploy capital and attention to that as well. So I think that's very, very key right now, that as you're earning from your job, you're earning from your business, try to be intentional to take out as much as you can there na hindi nyo kailangan na pera, na hindi nyo nagagamitin, na dapat minsan naka-allot naman sa, for example, travel, hindi nyo kayo magta-travel this year, take that all out and invest that rin. Sayang naman eh. Umabot na pera nyo, for example, sa Bitcoin ng 10 million pesos. Suddenly, it crashes to 5 million. You lose 5 million pesos. True enough. Ganun din, if you put 200,000 pesos, it drops to 100,000, you lose 100,000. Pero the way I always think about it is, kung hindi ko siya in-invest, baka magastos lang siya eh. At kung magastos lang siya, then by the time 5, 10, 15 years would happen, yung pinaggastusan ko, it might have been zero. So, I still see assets as a holder of value na totoo may potential siyang mawala, pero yung potential niya na bumagsak will still be more than me buying stuff that I don't need. Mas importante pa rin mag-invest kahit merong chance na malugi pera nyo, kahit may chance na bumaba siya. It's been a very, very interesting few days, and I haven't been doing much videos lately because 2021 entered and I've made the decision to go back to normal, na to be busy again, start looking for those startups to invest into, start looking for new business ventures, and which I will enter new business ventures this year once again, and which I will also enter new investing ventures this year once again. So there's so much opportunities that are available this year. So I made that conscious decision also, and that's why there's been lesser videos also for you guys. But that's been the technique to position, to look for the ones that have been lower, something that I have full conviction into, because at the end of the day, when you start investing, it's all about conviction. It's all about what you understand, what you know, what's part of your strategy, and is there a buy signal there? Because if there's a buy signal there, you come in, and the signals that you might have might be different from mine, but that's okay. And the stocks that you're buying might be different from mine, and the cryptos that you're buying might be different from mine, or you might not be even getting into cryptos, and that's okay also, because we are all different. But what's important is you use this time where there's volatility, that you find the ones that are very, very attractive to you, and you start positioning into that, and you start buying that as well. Because at the end of the day, and I've seen this over and over and over and over, 10, 15, 20 years later, a lot of people would be saying, and a lot of people have told me that sana nag-invest ako ng mas maaga, sana natutunan ko to ng mas maaga, sana kahit nakakatakot nag-start ako mag-invest, because ganoon naman talaga eh. At times where there's a lot of volatility, at times where there's a lot of anxiety, at times where there's a lot of uncertainty, sometimes that would also give you the best upside possible, especially if your time horizon is relatively longer. So if you guys learned a lot, comment I learned a lot. But for those who want to learn more, I have books that's available via Shopee. The link is in the description below. 5 books that can help you understand more about trading and investing the markets. 5 books about technical analysis, the basics of the market, investing, bits and pieces of fundamentals, and investing 101. And also, for those that want to learn more about technical analysis, it's a few days from now, no, but pwede pa rin naman kasi it will be a Zoom course happening this Saturday and Sunday. And then the Saturday and Sunday after that, it will be half-day sessions. Link is in the description below, where we're gonna talk about the basics of technicals, candlestick stochastic trading, moving averages, trend lines, and everything else in between. If you want to know that and be part of that, it's in the description below, and I hope that it's something that immensely adds value to you. And for those who want to invest in US markets, for those who want to invest in cryptocurrencies and have been sending messages about brokerages, we have some brokerages below that can help you if you want to start your journey towards investing. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. If you stayed up until the end, comment I stayed up until the end. And if you like videos like this also above and beyond the interviews that I do and the stocks by request sessions that we do, I hope that videos like this also allow you to hear some bits and pieces of information of how I have been doing and what I have been doing with regards to my investments over the past few days. So I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.